It is his first Money in the Bank, and he would hit Ric Flair with the briefcase. He would later be asked why he did it. He says, "I don't care about the Intercontinental Championship. I'm here for the WWE Championship." They would hold up his briefcase to symbolize what was going on. Maybe later, at the end, says he's cashing in though until WrestleMania. After this, we got Trish Stratus versus Mickie James in the singles match for a WWE Championship. This would be a precursor to their match at WrestleMania 22, which would go down in infamy because of Mickie James' famous hand-licking affair. Yeah, that one was... I'm not going to go into that. It's on YouTube. Go look it up. I'm not going into it. It was pretty vulgar. And that's coming from me. I mean, fuck! Trish Stratus would retain the title after rolling up Mickie James, after Mickie James hit the Mick DDT on Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus would roll her up, win the match, and would go on to retain till WrestleMania 22, where she would have a match with Mickie James. The most underrated WrestleMania, in my opinion, by the way. After this, we got a 9-minute match between Jerry Lawler and Gregory Helms. This was a weird match, and I have it playing right now. Jerry Lawler actually coming out wearing white, which is very different from his usual black singlet that he would wear. The white singlet doesn't look good on Jerry Lawler at all. It just looks weird, because you always think of Jerry Lawler in that black singlet with one strap down. I don't know, it looks weird to me. And Gregory Helms, I mean, bravo to him at this time. He is pictured very well to have a feud with Jerry the King Lawler. This is Jerry King Lawler's second straight New Year's Revolution match, by the way. He would have won against Muhammad Hassan at last year's New Year's Revolution. And during the match, it's actually very funny. Jerry King Lawler would do the hurricane pose to Gregory Helms. Jerry Lawler would win this match against Gregory Helms. We would then get one of your main events of the evening. One of the two main events billing would be Triple H versus The Big Show in a 16-minute match. This was a very good match between Triple H and The Big Show. They've always had in-ring chemistry from WrestleMania 16, WrestleMania 2000 as it's called. They would just call it WrestleMania on broadcast, on Raw and SmackDown. They would simply just call it WrestleMania. They wouldn't refer to it as WrestleMania 16 or 2000. But the main event would be a four-way elimination match with Big Show, Triple H, The Rock, and Mick Foley. Even though Big Show would be the first eliminated, that would be a great match between Triple H and the Big Show. And you kind of saw the buildings to this feud from that. Triple H would pick up the win over Big Show. If there was ever any question, I don't know why. After this, we got Shelton Benjamin versus Viscera with Mama Benjamin accompanying... I love that. Mama Benjamin accompanying Shelton Benjamin to the ring. Not a memorable match at all, but a good one for Viscera. Shelton Benjamin would pick up the win. After this, we got Ashley Massal versus Candice, Michelle, Maria, and Tori Wilson, and Victoria in a bra and panties gauntlet match. Just goes to show how far WWE has come. That they still had bra and panties matches at this time. And it was a gauntlet match. I mean, what the fuck? 11 minute should have been on the card. I guess they still viewed women as oh, you go use the bathroom, go get your refreshments. This match doesn't matter. So, that was this match, ladies and gentlemen. This was your piss match, as I call it. Go use the bathroom. Very bad match. This is probably what brings the show down, in my opinion. After this, we got your main event for the evening. John Cena defending his WWE Championship in an Elimination Chamber match against Carlito, Chris Masters, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, and Kane. The first person to be eliminated actually would be Kurt Angle. That was shocking to me. I thought Kurt Angle was going to be one of the last two in this match. When I first saw it, I knew John Cena retained because of what happened after the match, but I thought Kurt Angle would be the last one to be eliminated. After this, we got Kane being eliminated by Carlito and Chris Masters. Chris Masters and Carlito would be working together. The Masters are cool. This would lead to the breakup of the tag team kind of in this Elimination Chambers, and I'll get to that later. After this, we got Shawn Michaels getting eliminated by a backstabber by Carlito. They were really building up Carlito here for a push that never really came. Carlito would get a United States Championship run, and that would kind of be it. He would be released not so later on, but probably a year or so later, and we wouldn't see the return of him to the ring until basically last year's Royal Rumble. So, after this, we got Chris Masters being eliminated by Carlito. So, Chris Masters, Carlito would say to lock on the Master Lock to Cena. Cena, he would go for the Master Lock and would be hit by a backstabber by Carlito. Carlito would pin Chris Masters. This is when they were members of a very good tag team called the Masters of Cool. They would be tag team champions, and this would lead to the breakup of the Masters of Cool next week on Raw because of Carlito attacking Chris Masters. Then, right after this, Carlito would be hit by the FU or the AA, whatever you like to call it. Whatever John Cena was doing at the time, he would hit his finisher on Carlito, and Carlito would be eliminated. John Cena would retain his WWE Championship, but as he is celebrating, you get the No Chance in Hell music. Mr. McMahon comes out and announces that John Cena will have to face one more opponent. Edge is cashing in his Money in the Bank contract, the first ever cash in of Money in the Bank ever. Edge cashes in, hits Cena with like I think 3 spears. Cena wearing the Crimson Mask at this point, pins him, wins, and you finally get Edge holding the WWE Spinner Belt, which was the worst belt ever in my opinion, kissing it and saying, "I finally did it. I finally did it. I've won the title." And that is how New Year's Revolution goes off. A very good show. The big drawback, in my opinion, was the women's gauntlet match. But besides that, it is a show to be remembered because of the main event. The main event of Edge cashing in. First time ever anyone's ever cashed in Money in the Bank. It led to, besides RVD and John Cena and Braun Strowman, I think, it led to the first ever announced cash-in. It led to the first ever cash-in to where people would be like, wait till the champion is beaten, bloody, can't go anymore, and then I attack him. Then I go for him. So that is what set the precedent for every Money in the Bank cash-in, except for the 3 I've listed. New Year's Revolution 2006 will always go down in history for that, and Edge will always be a part of history for that. And that is New Year's Revolution. I would give it a B+, in my opinion. Besides the women's gauntlet match, is a very good show. It's one to go back and watch if you're a fan of history in wrestling, because that's led to so many other titles. It's led to the Division X title. It's led to the Gift of the Gods Championship in Lucha Underground. It's led to the AEW ladder match where they have the big casino chip on top of the ladder. It's led to so much history in wrestling. Money in the Bank has changed wrestling completely. And you have Edge and John Cena and Lita to thank for that. So, if they hadn't done this cash-in right, we wouldn't be talking about any of those others. I mean, you wouldn't have the Division X. You wouldn't have the... I'm sure someone in the comments might come out and say, oh, maybe... Because I'm an idiot. I sometimes don't do my research before saying shit. Maybe I should. Maybe that would lead me to be a better podcaster. But fuck it. That's what makes me funny. Without this, there would be none of those. And Money in the Bank really changed wrestling. So, congratulations to WWE for making history here and doing it right. If they didn't do it right, there would be no other WWE Money in the Bank matches. So, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your WWE Drink of the Week. And we are in the holiday season here, so I'm going to use some eggnog. A great little easy drink to make is Eggnog and Fireball. Fireball adds a great cinnamon taste to your eggnog because you always, holy shit, you always add a little bit of cinnamon to your eggnog. You always add a little bit of spritzer. So why not just cut out the middleman and just, instead of adding bourbon, you add some cinnamon whiskey to your eggnog. It is a great flavor, a little over ice. Perfect. It's an easy drink to make. Anyone with alcohol could do it. By the way, do not drink if you are under 21. I feel I need to say that just to be safe. Do not drink if you are under 21 and do not drink and drive, ladies and gentlemen. And that is your wrestling drink of the week. And now we move on to a reading from the Book of Rules. An Inferno match. You must light your opponent on fire to win the match. A reading from the Book of Rules. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for everyone's favorite segment, the Battle Droid of the Week! I can't believe I have to do this again. Kevin Owens re-signs. Congratulations to him. The talk is also, it has yet to be confirmed, but Sami Zayn has re-signed. Congratulations to him. Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly have chosen to let their contracts expire. And you know what? Best of wishes to them and their future endeavors wherever they go, whether it's AEW, whether it's GCW, whether it's just the independent circuit alone. Good luck to them. But God damn it, why can't everybody just be happy for people? The internet wrestling community is at it again, folks. Why can't people just be happy? Kevin Owens has gotten a $2.3 million a year contract. That was unheard of in wrestling, and it's going to lead to way more bigger contracts from wrestlers, not just from WWE, from AEW, from Impact, from everywhere. It's going to lead to wrestlers getting paid what they should be, like major athletes, because they are. They are some of the most, I mean, hell, you can say what you want about baseball, but it's not the most dangerous sport in the world. Yeah, you have 100-mile-per-hour balls going at your head, but you could easily dodge those. Wrestling, you mess up 1/4 inch of a moonsault, you're dead, paralyzed. You cannot move below your neck. It has happened. I've seen it happen in the ring. So why the fuck are people pissed off that Kevin Owens is re-signed with WWE? Why the fuck do you care that Kevin Owens is making the most for his family? Why the fuck can't you just be happy for the guy? Oh no, he's not going to my favorite promotion. God damn them. Damn WWE. Damn everyone who likes them. Fuck everything. I hate this world. No, that is not being a wrestling fan. That is being just an asshole. So, again, one more time, you get a Super Battle Droid. Internet wrestling community, you are the Battle Droid of the Week for the second time in a row. Congratulations. You're the reason I drink.
Uh-oh.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode. I'm going to leave it a bit somber. 3 years ago today, I have my dad and my stepmother. My parents are divorced, and my dad got married to a great woman, my stepmother, and she came with a great family. And 3 years ago today, we lost her dad, Grandpa Joe. Grandpa Joe, I miss you. I wish you were here, but I know you're in a better place. You're with your family, and you don't have to deal with the PTSD you suffered from Vietnam anymore. I know you're You got the best seat in the house for watching and listening to my podcast. I just